evening, everyone. I'll open or reopen the Select Board meeting for Wednesday, August 6th. It's now 6:30. Will you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Kusnierz is not present this evening. He had another commitment. The board did open and end its executive session within a matter of 15 minutes. So I have some announcements for everyone. Yard waste drop-off August 9th from 8 o'clock in the morning till noon at Robbins Road. Don't forget this weekend's a fun weekend. Family fun and town fireworks on August 9th, Saturday, starting at 5 p.m. Ware School campus. It will include a bounce house, dunk tank, kickball, face painting, food trucks, Charlie Last Neil Diamond tribute concert, and then the spectacular fireworks. I also want to remind everyone that Tuesday, August 12th, from 10 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock at night, there is a special town election to fill the vacancy created by a resignation of a select board member. And now we have comments and concerns of citizens. Anyone? Mr. Granlund?
Just a quick follow-up, just a couple quick follow-up questions. On March 25th, you asked Mr. Beckley if perhaps the two of you could get together and create minutes for the missing 3 to 5 meetings from January of last year to the present. There are still minutes missing. Did you create the minutes?
I have not had a chance to meet with Mr. Beckley. I've been a little bit busy doing other things. I apologize. Mr. Beckley may have had a chance to do something on his own.
Just with help with Elena Palladino, we did make progress. I really have confidence they should be posted by Friday this week.
This has gone on for...
He said they would be posted by Friday, hopefully.
Okay, that's okay, but is there an issue as far as responsibility from a standpoint that we have Elena Palladino, and when the minutes were like 2 or 3 months of them were missing, I had a conversation with her, and some of the missing ones were times when she was away,
Yep.
and she said that Mr. Beckley was going to take care of that. She didn't know how he did the minutes, but she thought perhaps he would look at recordings of past meetings and write minutes. The both of you comfortable with this process, that you're volunteering to take over for Elena Palladino? Is there a way she could finally figure out how this happens?
I don't
Mr.
understand the
Beckley
question.
answered the
I
question.
don't understand the question,
there were
but
two.
the meetings that are missing were primarily interviews of our architectural contractors, so they're not recorded. And yeah, the ones that are missing are when Elena never missed her minutes. So the ones when she wasn't present, and it was on me to finalize the minutes.
So my question is basically this. You say you have minutes that will be posted on Friday?
Should be done by Friday.
Okay, so that at the summation of this meeting, if I walk down to your office, can you hand me the minutes?
No,
And why is that?
they're not written.
They're not ready. Since January of 2024 and through the fall, and I've mentioned it at prior meetings, these minutes often have to do with very controversial meetings where pointed questions were asked of Bay State lawyers, Bay State officials, or you, and those minutes are missing.
Disagree, sir, but that's on you, on us.
And in December, when it was only 11 months of being late, and I said that you needed to post them, you had a maximum of 3 months, but they should be every month available. And I said that I didn't want to do anything that was going to cost the town money, because we had as many as 5 violations at $1,000 apiece. And your remark was, you do whatever you want, file a complaint. Do you remember that?
I would not have used those words, but I understand your
I'll
intent.
pull it up on the tape.
Yeah.
You said, go ahead, you didn't care.
I do care. That's your interpretation.
All right, so another factor is,
Mr. Beckley has assured both you and I that the meeting minutes will be posted by Friday.
on the site. On the
site.
website.
on the hospital site.
All right.
Okay.
Is Howard Treach still involved in any meetings you folks have been having with Bay State Health?
Yes.
He is.
Even though he's admitted to doing secret meetings in Springfield when he was chair of the board, of the Hospital Review Committee?
I can't answer that question.
He did it at an open meeting. He said, yes, I did have discussions with Bay State officials outside of this meeting room while he was chair. And if you remember from a meeting, just before he shut down the session, shut down the Hospital Review Committee, there were concerns about conflicts of interest. In October of last year, you were good enough to give me conflict of interest forms for the entire Hospital Review Committee, and only 2 people had them. And some of them had not been filed with the state for 15 to 18 months.
Steve, we've gone over this. I told you it was my fault, and everyone else has now taken care of that.
But that isn't my question.
So
My
what is your
question to you in
question?
October was, is this Hospital Review Committee and its actions even legitimate? And you said, I have no idea. At a subsequent meeting, I asked you if you stood by that, and your response was, it was just a smart remark. It's not very smart, it's an honest question. Is the committee legitimate?
Yes, it
It
is.
was appointed, it was appointed by the select board. I don't see how it could not be legitimate. They had open meetings in accordance with the open meeting law. They had a chair, they had a quorum at every meeting. Of course, it's a legitimate committee.
It has nothing to do with legitimate being.
That's what you just
being
asked.
set up. I said legitimate
Steve.
because conflict of interest forms were allowed to run out by Howard Treach, the chair of the committee.
And I took responsibility for that, and he has since done the conflict of interest training and tests that he's supposed to.
And all the other members.
I believe so.
Okay. I learned from, as I often do, because I have many, many friends inside Bay State Health at all levels, I learned way back in December, 8 months ago now, that the memorial plaques we've long been seeking had been returned to the town of Ware.
I believe you brought this up before, and I thought they were supposed to be picked up in Stuart's office. Am I wrong?
They're still in my office. What we're gonna do is run, I told Mrs. Grenlin this months ago, I just haven't done it, run an ad in the paper if there's interest in picking them up.
I've been hearing on a regular basis that the arrangements were that Mr. Beckley was supposed to get these to the Historical Society or people on the Historical Society so that they would have them because they wanted to start getting these plaques to the surviving family members, but that, at least on 2 occasions in recent months, it has not happened. Now, this is the situation here. Last summer, when Ronald Bryant was sitting, I believe, in this chair, he wanted to announce something good. He says, we finally have all the Mary Lane Hospital memorial plaques. Okay, if you have them, my concern was, why don't we have them? Why don't people like my wife have hers for her mother? That is a serious topic from a standpoint of an official. The regional president of Bay State said we have all the plaques. Michelle Holmgren has them. They didn't get delivered here till December 18th. I confirmed that with Mr. Beckley in February of this year. I said, so you have the plaques? Yes, I do. So I said, who delivered them? He said, Michelle Holmgren. The reason these plaques have not been distributed years ago is because it will be proof that Bay State contractors threw away a large quantity of memorial plaques. We heard it from Teresa Grove. My wife heard it from Teresa Grove. They're friends. They've known each other for years. Teresa Grove is a philanthropy officer for Bay State Health Foundation. This is the root cause of so much distrust in this community. Things are hidden. This is hidden Because Bay State doesn't want people to know they threw away memorial plaques. They're already having trouble raising money.
Stuart,
So I don't know why there's no priority. The meeting house is a mile and a half from here. The principal people in the Historical Society live in places he could find. Is there a reason Stuart Beckley, who leans very heavily into Bay State Health,
What does that mean?
that means
No,
that
you
you have
be
a
careful.
priority for Bay State Health, not citizens' needs or wants.
Yeah, that's your opinion and it's wrong.
Is it an opinion that you still have plaques in your office?
It is not.
Sitting on the floor for 8 months?
Nope, that's accurate,
All right,
but you might want to find out why.
is it a lie? Is it my opinion that minutes have been waiting for up to 18, 19 months? And you promised repeatedly?
Just remember.
As recently as March 25th, when the two of you were gonna get together and create the minutes. I don't even know if that's legal. Just like letting the hospital review committee operate without conflict of interest forms.
Stuart, can I just ask you, how many plaques do you have in your office approximately? Do you even know?
A couple hundred.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there are a couple hundred. If there were more in the hospital,
they have the
that's
list
all
of
that
what's
were
there.
delivered. The hospital delivered you that? They delivered
They
you?
have the list of
Oh.
what's there,
Who's there? The Granlands?
yes.
You have a list of already of all the
I have a
plaques
list.
there?
Our name, her mom's plaque is not gonna be on that list.
It's not.
Because it wasn't, so this Ronald Bryant who sat here, he either misspoke or he outright lied. They wanted to get through one more month, to one more meeting. Oh, we have all the plaques. I believe it was in August of last year. They didn't get delivered till December because the demo delay had expired. They didn't need to twist any more arms. There's a disgusting lack of understanding or empathy for the townspeople of Ware. The town is the way it is because nothing happens in a timely manner. And this man takes months to get a box of plaques a mile and a half up the road. He takes a year and a half or more to complete minutes. Why? He's hoping he can skate through till retirement.
All right, enough, Stuart.
Without getting
Enough.
caught.
I've had it. Civilly, you can speak. Please.
Okay. What I want to ask is the hospital review committee going to review these minutes before they're posted? They have to vote on them and accept them. So they've got to meet again, correct?
Correct.
Are they going to do that? If they're going to be done by Friday, they've got tomorrow to meet
We
and do
can't
that.
post a meeting in time, draft
we can
minutes.
post them as
Draft
draft.
minutes can be posted, and they'll say simply draft minutes.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else under comments and concerns? Cynthia?
I will be seeing Julie Bullock tomorrow night, if you would like me to ask her to reach out to you, Stuart, to get the plaques.
Julie and I have talked a few times.
Okay.
She has asked for my help.
Okay.
She
Okay.
cannot lift them.
I heard Stuart say to Stephen, there was a reason the plaques are in his office, and we don't know the reason, so I'd like to ask what the reason is.
They're very heavy. It would be easier to distribute them through the town than through the whatever they are, curators. That's not right, trustees of the Historical Society.
So I spoke with Julie Bullock, who's, I guess, on the Ware Historical, the Ware.
She's a
and
member of the Ware
and
Historical
at Hardwood.
Society.
And she said they are very frustrated because they have asked many times of Stuart, where are the plaques and when can they have them? And he doesn't respond.
Okay. That's not accurate, and I will put them on the doorstep of the Historical Society tomorrow if that's what they want. I'll just do that.
Next question. Go ahead.
I would like to know if it's legal with Stuart talking to Bay State on the phone without being recorded. Because when you get a scam caller on the phone, they say this phone call is being recorded. He says he talks to Bay State about all this stuff, but he has no minutes to prove it because it was over the phone. Now, why aren't they being taped? Isn't that illegal not to have them taped?
I
I'll
can't
let
even
you
answer
answer
that
that.
because it makes no sense.
The
No, it's
question
not
itself
illegal to
doesn't
have a
make
phone
sense.
call, same as your phone calls. They're not recorded.
Yeah, but you're talking about Mary Lane, that's very important to all of us.
I understand.
So shouldn't we be knowing what's going on between you guys?
I think on
I
a
think
regular
we've been,
basis,
we
you've been
give, I'm
apprised.
sorry, we give reports every 2 weeks about what's going on. No,
Well, I was still waiting for the lawyer to tell us what was going on. I haven't heard from her either.
okay.
And that was promised.
All right, anyone else under comments and
I do
concerns?
have an update. Kathy Cascio and I and some others have been reaching out to some of the federally qualified health centers, and we met with Hilltown, and obviously they're all concerned about new access points, but they do believe in 2026 they will be available. And I'm disappointed with Caring Health, a situation that happened with them. They were very excited about expanding out to our town, but it appears, I'll just read you the letter from Caring Health. I am reaching out because our president and CEO, Tanya Barber, recently met with Mike Napick from Bay State Health during their meeting. Tanya learned that the Ware Select Board voted 3-1 in favor of Bay State Health Convenient Care Plan to proceed forward with offering health care to the community. I want to extend my sincere gratitude and warm wishes, blah, 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 blah. With this in mind, we will plan to cancel the meeting scheduled for next Thursday, July 31st. So we were scheduled to go out there and meet with them to see their operations, but because of the recent vote, they decided to cancel the meeting. And I want everyone to understand, federally qualified health centers are required to provide certain services. If Bay State provides primary care, they cannot come to town. They cannot come and offer the physical therapy or the dental or the other services that they can provide. They could provide as a package more than what Bay State is willing to provide. But because Bay State, because of the 3-1, they decided that they no longer want to plan to try to come out to the town of Ware. So I just thought I'd share that with you. We will still keep on plugging away. If the money does end up going to the foundation, then hopefully we'll be able to get these people involved again.
Thank you. Anyone else?
One more question. Why wasn't Hardwick involved with you guys in that closed meeting with Bay State about the money?
All our meetings were open to the public at any given time. There were very few times when anyone from Hardwick came to a meeting.
Yeah, but they're on the trust as part of the state, so why weren't they invited to be talked about what they want to do with the money? Why did Ware decide for them?
I don't have an answer for that question. Is there another question?
This is a very important subject, but am I in the correct road for the Jane Alden?
Yes, you are.
Just haven't gotten
Thank you.
We'll get to you, sorry.
Is that first comment?
Anyone else under comments and concerns? John?
Yeah, I have a couple. You may know we had the Town of Ware hazardous mitigation plan. I spent quite a bit of time on this. It's a very good document, but there were a few things in here that I think should be added. And one of them is the maps that are associated with this. Very, very small, hard to read. I would hope that in the final version of this, we do have much larger maps that are easier to read. And I also recommended that we have a map specifically showing where the dams are. Again, when people are looking at this community, where they are, that would be, I think, an important issue. Another one, I noticed in here that there was quite a bit of a washout at Quarry Street. And my understanding is that there was a dam upstream of that, and yet I didn't find any reference to that in the hazardous mitigation plan. Might be protect.
I'm not
have someone
aware of
take.
the dam.
Huh? There may have been a beaver dam up there. I don't know.
A beaver pond.
Well, I don't know, but I'm just saying, I just want to look at that. The other thing I think the most important and most glaring was the fact that the retaining wall, which was constructed in 1939 and 1940, after the 38 flood, goes from the South Street Bridge parallel to Main Street, heading out toward Vernon Street. And this was invaluable protecting the town during the 1955 flood. There's no reference to that in this document. I think that would be very important that it be included in there. And the other question is, who's monitoring this? This retaining walls is about 80 years old. Has anyone looked at it?
So
The Army Corps of Engineers.
Army Corps, even though that one's not theirs, the Army Corps includes it as part of their walkthrough annually.
Okay.
But they're mostly looking at the downstream improvements. It's a great question because it's the town, even though the state created the system, it's the town's responsibility.
Yeah.
And structurally, I don't think anyone's looked at it for quite a while.
Exactly. Okay, I understand. I think that would be things that we should be looking at. The other question I have here is on a DPW director. I understand now that we have a part-time DPW director. Could you give us a
Part-time
background,
interim.
who he is and what his background is?
Yeah, he's a part-time interim. He's been DPW director full-time in at least 3 Massachusetts communities. He's retired and works for Capital Solutions, which is a consulting firm that provides every type of municipal service.
Okay. He works 1 day a week? That's what I understand.
That's what we're contracted for. He does do work on other days on a smaller
Okay.
level as he
Now,
gets.
he's under a contract? I
Yes.
haven't seen that contract.
I can get it to you. It's not with him, it's with the company, but yeah.
Oh, I don't know anything about it.
So they evidently,
So-
I know we went out to advertise for a
Yeah.
permanent
We're
director.
still looking for a director.
Yeah, but I mean,
And
if this guy's getting paid,
Yes, this guy's
how
getting.
much is he getting paid?
Actually, don't know what he makes. The company makes $160 an hour.
How much?
$160 an hour.
So can I just ask while we're on the subject?
Okay.
How are we doing with
Yeah,
applicants?
that's my
Whatever?
next
Because I know
question.
the board
So,
had raised the salary.
We're not doing very well. We had our best one last week, and we're having a second interview with him next Tuesday.
And what was the salary that was advertised? I know the board had.
125 to 135.
Sorry?
125 to 135.
Okay.
Oh, actually, we may have extended it to 145 because we were having
Well,
trouble.
because I knew the board had authorized a higher amount previously.
But yeah, that's what got us to the 135, but yeah,
Correct. Okay. So you have a second interview coming up.
next Tuesday
Okay.
with staff.
Okay. Jack?
Yeah, I got a couple of,
Oh, John was
John,
done.
no, I'm sorry.
I thought you were
didn't-
done.
No, finish up.
Okay.
Finish.
Yeah, the other one was, and again, comments and concerns are very, very important. At the last meeting, someone brought up the hydrants that have been abandoned, not working, and we had a discussion on that. And as I understand it, we have given a contract out for the replacement of 30 to 35. Okay, I'd like to get a copy of that contract and kind of review it, if I could.
Sure.
Okay.
Anything else?
Oh, that's enough.
Okay.
A couple things. We had a great showing last night at Grenville Park. I had the opportunity to speak to a couple of fantastic women from the domestic violence group. And I left some brochures where you sign in there. Feel free to grab them. We spoke about them coming, their representatives coming down to meet with us here at the Board of Selectmen and keep the thoughts of and concerns for domestic violence at the forefront. So they are planning on coming in and making another visit with us. We get a lot of feedback from you folks. We get a lot of feedback from people that are concerned. They see things that aren't up to par, as is happening tonight with people voicing their opinions, and that's much appreciated. We had a concern back about probably 6 or 8 months ago from somebody that lives in the area of Cherry and East Street. And Stuart, what's the other side street, Cherry and? Pine. And he had a great concern about the safety of the children when they were getting the bus and back from school and going to school. Because there's a lot of people that come down East Street and they're flying. So with the help of the police department, with Chief, and the input and help from Stuart, and the folks at the Highway Department, Stuart, we are able to progress. So we've got some new crosswalk painted on the ground at both Cherry and Pine. And we have some new signage, and I just went by and I saw a passenger with of the blinking lights around the perimeter of the sign. And so we're trying to do a few things like that, making things safe, getting rid of some of the shrubbery around the fences, et cetera. So we do appreciate and need input. And Steve, we'll, Stuart will get the stuff on Friday. We'll see if we can get going on that, okay? And we'll start knocking some of these things off, hopefully one at a time. And if they don't happen, you can scream at me.
No, thank you for addressing that. One other important part of this board, consider asking Dr. Howard Treach to answer a simple question in writing and sign at the bottom. That is, were you employed by Bay State Health Partnerships, and how much did they pay you? It's an important question, because he should not be serving in any capacity to do with Bay State Health, based on what I've been hearing from the inside. We need to know from him, seeing you still want to use him, part of this process. He should be able to write something down. Yes, I work for Bay State Health Partnerships. I know he did. I have the paperwork. Were you paid? I can't imagine he managed all the physicians and did it for free. Because at a meeting in February, he had this lengthy conversation with everybody in the room that he didn't get anything. No money from Bay State, no gifts, no nothing, no pension. Ask him about Bay State Health Partnerships. Ask him to sign that letter. Just one sentence. See Mr. Beckley shifting in his chair. It's a nervous topic, isn't it, Mr. Beckley?
Go easy, please. Respect.
No, not just respect. Legal ramifications.
Are you done, Jack?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Moving on, under the consent agenda, we have a special event application, number 2025-18, International Overdose Awareness Day Candlelight Vigil, organized by the Recovery Center of Hope. It's scheduled for August 29th, 2025, from 6:30 to 7:30 at Veterans Park. There is no rain date. And then we also have a toll road application, 2025-01, Ware Holiday Flair, organized by the Holiday Flair Committee, scheduled for Saturday, the 16th of August, and Sunday, the 17th of August, as well as August 23rd and 24th, each day from 8 until 12, located at the corners of North and Main Streets, the intersection of East Main, Main and Church, and South, as well as Pulaski and South Street.
I make a motion to,
No, go ahead. Yep.
make a motion to approve the above-mentioned special event applications and the toll road application.
Do I have a second?
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, gentlemen. Now, we have scheduled appearances, and we are a little off time. We have a public hearing for Ware 48 West Street Corporation doing business as Jane Alden Convenience Store to amend the ABCC license due to change or alteration of premises located at 48 West Street, Ware, and I apologize that we're starting a little bit later than planned. We have a gentleman here from 48 West Street Corporation.
Madam Chair, members of the board, my name is Tom Truex. I'm an attorney in Salem, Massachusetts, and I'm appearing on behalf of the current licensee. which is where
May I have
48
it
West,
quiet, please?
where 48 West Street Corporation doing business as Jane Alden, located at 48
Please sit.
West, 48
Please
West
sit.
Street. With me is Rakesh Kumar Patel. He is the principal of the corporation. Before you is an application for an alteration of premises, more specifically, an alteration of the existing premises, more specifically, as is indicated on the plans that were submitted. This is a storage addition to the right side of the store. It's 40 by 28 feet. It's strictly storage. I've been over to the store. I've looked at it and seen what it entails. The previous storage was only located in the rear of the store, totally inadequate. I mean, I looked at it as well. So this addresses that need, which is to get some storage. And there are no other changes proposed. This would be the only change that would be requesting the board to approve.
Do the board members have a question?
No?
Jack?
No, I'm
Sir,
all set.
You asked previously about the hearing for 48
Yes,
West.
this work is already completed, correct?
I'm going to let the applicant,
Yeah, the work has
This work
been.
was completed a couple months ago, correct?
Yeah, they took out permits and everything was done through the town.
And they did a lot of digging.
I have no idea. I wasn't part of that issue.
They did. And I now have a rat infestation problem. I live 2 houses over at 64 West. And since they did the digging, I now have a problem. I've been there for 3 years. I never had a problem with rats.
I'm sure Mr. Patel would be willing to talk with you after the hearing to
But if
discuss it.
excuse me, if anything, it could be much better than before, because before it was just like dirt, like, trees and some just dirt over there. Now we just paving. So if anything, I mean,
Well,
I don't know why.
maybe the digging, you must have
I mean,
done for
we-
electricity or plumbing.
this is not part of the hearing, but thank you for bringing it to our attention. So can you have a conversation with them after? And also, there are other remedies such as filing a complaint with the Board of Health, and you can actually talk to the building commissioner,
Thank you.
okay?
Mr. Patel will speak to you afterwards, okay?
Thank you.
I'm serious. During normal business hours, 8 to 4, Monday through Friday except for Wednesday, okay? All right, so to continue on with the hearing, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, that's it. Yeah, happy to answer any questions you have.
Nicole?
Madam Chair, on the certificate that will be submitted to the ABCC, it's just noting that the building addition is to be solely for storage.
Yes.
Only storage.
So I just wanted to note
Yep.
that.
Yes, only storage.
Okay, so the board members understand that the amendment is merely the addition to the building was simply for storage, not?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so,
Yeah, I watched them build.
okay. All
Yeah,
right.
we need it.
Do you
We've
have
been there
anything
for a very
else you
long
want to
time.
add? Is there anyone else here from the audience who wishes to entertain or say anything with regard to the request for the amendment to the license? If not, can I have a motion to approve the amendment?
Yes, I would
To the
motion to approve the amendment to the alteration of 15, section 15, back to 48 West Street, DBA Jane Alden Convenience.
Do I have a second?
I second it.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Please step outside and talk to the owners, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next is a public hearing notice. The Select Board will conduct a public hearing on Wednesday, August 6th at 6:50 PM to hear an application for transfer of a license, to license and change doing business as Section 15 off-premises all alcohol package store. I hope I say this correctly, Qatar and Sons Incorporated, to Kashfi Enterprises doing business as Ware Package Store to Ware Package and Convenience Store, 51 Main Street. So go ahead.
Again, Madam Chair, Attorney Tom Truex, Salem, Massachusetts. Members of the board, I'm appearing on behalf of the proposed transferee, which is Cascio Enterprise, Inc. With me is Mr. Kalabai Patel. He's the proposed license manager. I know Mr. Yogesh Patel was going to try and log in on Zoom. Oh, there he is right there. He's in Iceland on vacation.
I'm on. I'm sorry I couldn't join personally. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
He's the principal of the corporation as well. The application before you is a transfer application and a change of DBA. from the current DBA name, which is Ware Package Store, to the proposed new DBA name, Ware Package and Convenience Store. As to the underlying transaction, it's pretty straightforward. It's a sale not only of the business, it's a sale of the real estate upon which the business is located. There is financing being involved in this. North Brookfield Savings Bank is providing financing of both purchase of the business and the real estate. And as part of their collateral for the loan, they're requesting this board's approval of a pledge of the alcohol license.
Okay.
As for experience, Mr. Calabai Patel comes before you with over 5 years of package store experience. 5 years at a package store called Country Wine and Liquor in Rivers Edge, New Jersey. He was a supervisor and cashier full-time there. No incidents, no disciplinary action there at all. And most recently, the past month, he's been working training with Mr. Patel's package store in North Brookfield called Bob's Package Store. He's been a cashier working there for the past month and a half, and in preparation for this store here in Ware. He'll be working there a lot of hours.
I was going to ask.
The plan is for him to be working at least 50 hours a week.
Wow.
I know the application says 40 plus, but it's going to be on the high side. He's pretty much going to be working 8 and 9 hour days.
There's only 7 days in the week.
But 6 days, 6 days a week.
That's right.
As for operation, he is also TIPS certified. As for operation, everything will remain the same. The store layout's remaining the same. Store hours are going to remain the same. I believe they're 9 to 11 Monday through Saturday and 10 to 11 on Sundays. Current employees will be retained. Obviously, the current owner is one of the people working there. He won't be there. He'll be replaced by Mr. Patel. But the current employees will be retained, which will help keep a continuity of the operation from the old to the new. And otherwise, it's pretty much a turnkey operation, and we'd be happy to answer any questions you have.
How many other additional employees are there? How many other additional employees are there, including the manager?
There are two.
Yeah, so there are 2 full-time and 1 part-time. Sam, keep me honest, I think he's in the room, but
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Anything else that you want to add?
That's it.
Do the board members have any questions with regard to the transfer and sale?
I'm fine.
Can I have a motion to that effect then?
I make a motion to,
I don't know who's talking.
It was, you guys
He is?
he just muted himself.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, John.
okay, I move to approve the application for transfer of license, pleasure license, and change of DBA name, section 15, off premises, all alcohol package store, Sakata,
Did good.
yes, and Sons, to
Koshby.
Cascio Enterprises, Inc., DBA, Ware Package Store, to Ware Package and Convenience Store, 51 Main Street, Ware, Mass.
Do I have a second?
I second it.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
3 in favor.
Great.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
Good
it.
luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Keep up a good fight.
Yeah.
All right.
thank you.
And the next is a joint meeting with a member of the Board of Assessors, not 2, just 1, to fill the vacancy for a term until the next annual town election. We had 1 applicant. Mr. Nickett, you want to come forward? The letter says, please accept this letter as my formal request to be considered to the open assessor's position. I'm currently retired and am looking forward for a challenge to focus some of my free time. Thank you very much for coming forward. I know you've been a lifelong resident of Ware, so it'll be a nice addition to have someone new and different on the board with maybe a little different perspective. There's a lot to learn and a lot to develop as far as being the profession of an assessor full-time.
I look forward to it.
Jerry, you want to add anything? Or?
No, I just wanted to, again, thank Teddy Blicki for his at least 13 years that I know of service. He's kind of my mentor, and you know, and I'm sure Jim will be a good asset to the board also.
All right, so it has to be done by roll call, so I don't know if you want to make the motion, if you want one of us to make the motion.
I'll make a motion that we make James Nickett as the board member for the Board of Assessors.
Do I have a second from?
I second it.
All right, so roll call, you want to go first?
Jerry, yes.
Nancy, yes?
John, yeah.
Jack, yes.
All right,
Wait a minute.
4 in favor.
Hold on a
Oh,
second.
Nicole's got
What's the?
till the next annual town election. I believe Teddy's term was going to expire then, so it's perfect. And hopefully, if you enjoy it that much, you'll take out nomination papers and run.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jerry.
All right, before we move on, I see you are back. Go ahead.
Yes, I would like to take you up on information on how I can talk to the town about helping.
So the first thing I think I would recommend is that you talk to the Board of Health. Their office is located on the second level. They're here from 8 o'clock in the morning till 4. You can also make a telephone call. That's easier if you give you the phone number, because you probably work during the day.
No, I'm actually disabled, retired.
Okay, so Board of Health, and if you can't access the stairs, you can just come to the town clerk's office and one of us can call up there and see if they can meet you. And you can also speak with the building commissioner. Her office is in the lower level. You can just make an appointment to speak with Anna or file a complaint. Stuart's got some information for you too, I think.
And they might do something to help with the empty lot at 60 West Street.
Yeah.
Who owns that? Is that privately owned?
That's something that you can find out from the Board of Assessors office. They have the owner of record, and then you can speak to the appropriate agency to see if there's a problem there.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's an out of control wooded area that's
Okay.
Okay.
a lot of, maybe.
That would be probably with the building commissioner.
What's the Board of Health number for the?
Okay, so what's that, 6648?
9648. 9648. The entire town hall is 967-9648. There's just various discussion
Oh, okay.
extensions.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Let me see. Okay, we have a housing rehab program, a subordination agreement that needs to be approved. If you're in agreement with it for 20 Bellevue Avenue without naming the individual.
Okay, I move to approve the subordinate agreement, 20 Bellevue Avenue, Ware.
As submitted on this paper.
Yes, yeah, as submitted.
Jack, do you have a second?
Second?
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
And then we have to acknowledge the notice of proposed acquisition by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts owned by Latender LLC, Belchertown Road and Babel Road. And I am going, Stuart, is it okay if I read the letter, or do you want to? So that people know exactly what it is.
Yep.
All right, so it says here, Commonwealth of Mass Department of Agricultural Resources. It was a letter given to Stuart on June 23rd. APR project name Latender LLC, Belchertown, Ware, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, acting by and through the Department of Agricultural Resources, the department hereby gives notice that it proposes to acquire an agricultural preservation restriction known as APR on the real property identified herein for the purposes of protecting in perpetuity its superior and productive agricultural resources by preventing their conversion to other uses. The applicable regulations require the disclosure of the Commonwealth's reasons for the proposed land acquisition at a public hearing held in the city or town in which such real property is located. To comply with the requirements, we ask that the Select Board announce that the Commonwealth is considering this acquisition for the above stated purposes at its next regularly scheduled and publicly noticed meeting by reading the enclosed notice of proposed acquisition, and then the Select Board does not need to take a formal action on its part. Please document the announcement in the Select Board's meeting minutes, and please complete and return the enclosed signed certificate of notice. The date you actually certify for the announcement starts the minimum of 120 days, which is a 4-month clock for closing on the APR. The applicable regulations require that 20 days prior to the purchase, an agency must notify certain public officials of its proposed plan. The notification is for informational purposes only. Because the department's priority classification of this farmland is for protection, protection, sorry, we ask that your municipality also agree to reduce the 120-day notification period to 60 days to expedite the process. The closing for this project is a time-sensitive matter, and therefore we ask that you also agree to waive the 120-day notice period. If the board does agree, please complete and return the enclosed consent to reduction of notice period. And if you have any questions, there was a certain name and individual and telephone number to call. So we would have to actually not take any action other than to literally decide that it's okay to reduce the 120-day notification period. Did I state that correctly?
You did.
Okay, so I think a formal motion to that extent is necessary.
Okay, then to complete the, and return the enclosed signed forms.
Right, but that we agree to waive the 120-day
And waive
notice.
120 days.
All right, that was the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Stuart, can you sign that, or do I have to sign it?
You should sign it.
Okay, so Nicole, do you
There's
have?
actually a form that will.
Okay, perfect. All right. And then I had added an item on there because I found we don't have a policy. It was to discuss and approve a policy pertaining to campaign and political signs on any town property. And I've asked, and Stuart and I had a telephone call with town council Lauren Goldberg, and she is researching this, but unfortunately, we called her on Monday afternoon, late in the day, and she didn't have a chance other than starting to do her research, but she wanted to see if we could actually postpone discussion and or vote of any of this until our next regularly scheduled meeting, and I told her absolutely. So I will make the motion to table this action until the next meeting. I just need a second.
Yeah, just a
Second.
But I thought
All in
that,
favor?
aye.
Aye.
But going back in time, I thought there was a 250-foot.
It's a state law. Campaign and finance signs and no collection of signatures can be done on election day. It's 100, it's a state law, but it's only with regard to election
Day
day.
itself?
Right.
Thank
So,
you.
okay? So
Thank you.
she will get back to us. She said many communities have that, and she wanted to be sure that what she did for where was appropriate. So, town manager report. Please do it.
Got a lot. So, on the top section of important dates, I do want to draw attention that tomorrow evening, beginning at 6, the school committee will be interviewing candidates for interim superintendent, expecting that position to exist throughout this coming school year. Based on the posting of the meeting, it sounds like they hope to choose the interim superintendent and have someone in place by probably by the end of the month, so for the start of the school year. So that is available, and I believe Stanley will broadcast that on Ware Community Television.
He said that he had requested that you Zoom the planning board
We're
meeting.
gonna Zoom the planning board and
Yes.
record that. Yep. Lots going on. Did want to point out to you, for those that are around the building all the time, our new facilities director, Mike Hewitt, has incredible energy and has been very active in the few weeks that he's been here with a multitude of projects, both in this building, but also at the senior center and the fire station. Looking at the cracks at the senior center, which those bids are coming in tomorrow. And looking at the seam on the roof of the fire station and working to finish the restoration of that. So he's great. Here, it's been previously approved, I don't know if you were board members, that we're going to remove your raised
I was.
platform. I just want to make sure that's still okay.
Yes.
But we're also working on a break room behind the assessors once the mold situation is done, and it's very apparent he's working on the ramp on the outside of the building. So doing tremendous work. I want to thank Mr. Sidla and Pine Ridge Technologies. We had a lengthy list of about a dozen streetlights that were out of order, and last week, now 2 weeks ago, They completed the fixes on the streetlights, and they should be working. Do want to remind people that as they notice streetlights are out, the town does own most of the streetlights in town, so they can call into Nicole in the town manager's office, and we put together a list for Pine Ridge to fix them. Noting that Mr. Kusnierz is not here, I do want to congratulate the two Ware youth baseball teams, 10 and under and 12 and under. Both had outstanding years. 12 and under is going undefeated, so just congratulations to them. We do look forward to continuing to promote youth sports and all youth activities in town.
So can I just interrupt for a second, Stuart? Just because I called Josh once, he said he wasn't going to be at the meeting, and just said, hopefully everything's okay. He did tell me, though, and I know you made the call, and I thank you for doing that, with regard to the football program that the youths used to enjoy here. Evidently, there are not sufficient numbers that they can field any teams, so anyone that has thought about playing football, I know he and his sons will be playing in Belchertown, but there is the Quabbin Youth Football League, and there's also Quabog, so if your children are interested, contact those 2 communities or 3 communities. Thank you, Stuart.
Sure. For all departments, the end of the fiscal year was a busy time, especially closing out grants with the state, but we successfully closed out several, and those reimbursements will be coming to the town, so there's no hit on our next year's free cash for unexpended grant amounts, unreimbursed grant amount. I do want to take the time, you already mentioned fireworks is this Saturday, just to thank Nicole, Dustin Pennington, and Dan Flynn for all the work they've done in investing in that success that I do think will be a great day. Extra fun in the afternoon, and then the concert. Those are new things, and then a good fireworks show. So I do hope people will come out. There are rules which we'll send out a call and post on, anything you would assume would go with a school. No alcohol, drugs, smoking, pets, except for service animals. And then no chairs on the football field. You can go around the football field or down on the softball field where great viewing anywhere for the fireworks. So.
And what about parking at the Armory? Because I know they did that last year.
We have confirmed and parking at the Armory, which is in great shape. They've been really doing a great job maintaining the property. So parking at the school site or in the Armory should be plenty like last year. Or one side, the police will mark off Gould Road as only one side parking, so, and that's coming toward Route 9.
Correct.
So
Will there be people to assist the directing people to park, particularly on the Armory side?
on the Armory side, yes.
Okay.
Thanks, Nicole.
Yeah, well, it's been fun.
Did attend a meeting with the Hardwick Board of Health based on a letter submitted by the Ware Board of Health asking for cooperation with protecting the town's drinking water supply and aquifer, which begins up around Hardwick Pond and then comes down Muddy Brook to our drinking water wells. And they had a great forum with excellent scientists and Board of Health speakers that inspires cooperation and also strengthening zoning bylaws with Board of Health regulations. So there's a state template of Board of Health regulations, and I think that'll be the starting point for that discussion.
Yeah, I'm just curious, is there any word on the reopening of the landfill in that area?
They've been quiet.
No, that zoning did not go forward, so.
But there's also an expectation that Casella will be back at some
Right, which is another reason to have regulations in place.
Yeah, I think that was the hidden agenda behind it.
let's see, this question has come up through the school committee. The town meeting a year and a half ago, last fall appropriated money for air conditioning for the high school repairs. That went out to bid. The bids were significantly too high for what was appropriated. So they will need to come back to this fall's town meeting to seek additional funds so that project can go
Will they be
forward.
meeting with capital planning beforehand?
They will need to, yeah.
Okay.
Had a great meeting with the Infrastructure Assets Improvement Committee, which is documented on the attachment to these minutes, notes. Just the ongoing projects for the water and wastewater system and how that progress and design and now water storage tank projects are going forward. I just want to remind everyone that there is a water restriction in place, likely will be in place to the end of September unless there's significant rainfall. This is controlled by the height of the gauge reading behind Walmart of the Ware River. During the restriction between the hours of 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., water use for non-essential activities, for example, watering lawns, washing cars, filling pools, those are not allowed during those hours. Can do it between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. Got that backwards. 5 p.m. and 9 a.m. Please observe the restriction. It protects our water supply. And
Okay, so it kind of parallels this, but I noticed in the water sewer projects, at the very, very top of the attachment, it talks about the, character to mobilize in mid-October to Church Street WST. What's WST?
water storage tank, the big tanks.
The two water tanks
That's
that we
the
had
tank.
appropriated
Okay,
funds for?
all right. And then the water storage tank, that's September, okay.
Yep.
So,
And I'm glad you brought that up because it will affect flushing this fall. The timeline's really tight and there's a lot going on with the water system. So flushing will probably be put off till next spring. It will not occur this fall. The system flushing. They will and there'll be a good amount of activity that will stir up the system. So certain areas of town, if they need flushing, the department will get there. It's just system-wide will not happen until the spring.
But we'll do enough because of the disturbance of the tank and the water in the tanks prior to the actual work performing. We've agreed on the committee and through Stuart that there'll be sufficient advertising and announcements made so that people are aware that there's something going on. There could be a disturbance of the water.
Right.
And now he has, anything else, Stuart? Yeah.
Just one thing, there was a letter in your box from the East Quabbin Land Trust, just about a very generous donation toward the Peltsky land acquisition that they received from an anonymous but very generous donor. And so that money will go toward completing the project and reducing the town meeting appropriation that's needed to.
That was
to
nice,
match it.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it's very nice. So, and, the Land Trust has been a great partner and hope to work together in connecting the rail trail to the park. Through
Speaking
that
of the
property.
rail trail,
Yes.
I took a ride and walked with Anna today. We probably should have another follow-up meeting in a few weeks after I do a little bit more research, if you don't mind.
That
On
sounds
a couple
great.
of things. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe after Labor Day. We'll get through the election. Do you have anything else for Stuart?
yeah, what's happening on the pavement management plan? Is that contract been?
Actually, we learned, today's Wednesday, Monday, that the previous DPW director had not submitted for Chapter 90. So with Nicole's help, we did submit it. We talked to the district finance engineer. He's fine with it, so I expect they'll turn it around quickly, and then this beta group will start that work.
Okay, have you targeted what roads you'll be doing this year?
All of them. They'll be, all of them will be viewed and put into the system.
No, I'm sorry, yes, I understand that.
Oh, you're asking what will be paved?
Yeah.
We have kind of, in talking with DPW, we have put payment on hold, although, I'm gonna take a sidestep.
The money's
We are
available.
going to receive more money this year than ever because the state budget has increased from 200 million statewide to 300 million plus additional funds for rural roads. So what has traditionally been about a $450,000 Chapter 90 is going to be around 900,000 this year. However, that said, we've put payment on hold with the exception of the approved East Main Street, which it'd be nice to get to this fall. And the reason is, it looks like we're gonna have to effectively replace while we're repairing the North Street Bridge over Muddy Brook. And that will be quite an expensive project.
And that's an expense for the town, not,
Yes.
right.
Okay.
It's
I
a
just
it's a
need to
local
get that out
project,
there,
yeah.
right,
Now,
okay.
the road that you're talking about would be basically from Ninamexa Square up to the bridge?
To the Canal Bridge, yes.
Okay, now, what about the water lines and sewer lines?
Yeah, that's why it's taken a while. They're designing those now. So they finished designing the water, sewer, and road, and they're bringing it to the Conservation Commission for permitting, and then it should be ready for bidding.
Stuart, who's doing
Okay,
that?
so-
Is it Wright Pierce?
That project is Wright Pierce.
Okay, I thought so, I just,
So that, yeah, I'm glad to see this happening. So that they will be now putting in a brand new water line, tying in all the businesses along, like Cluex and so forth. And
Yes,
into that. Okay.
Yeah, some of them had already,
Well,
Cluex
they'll have to
Cluex and
be tied
Gates already
in.
put out their stubs, but yes.
Okay, and that'll be done, the water sewer this fall?
I don't know. It will be bid this fall.
Builds, okay, all right, I'm with you on that, I'm understanding
Yep.
that. And the roads, there'll be some roads that'll be done this fall?
I have to talk more with DPW. We had stopped paving because of what we expect to be a very high cost of the bridge over Muddy Brook on North Street.
Okay, so you expect not to do any paving for town roads?
I believe that's gonna be true.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, we had thought, on the list was River Road for sealing and, the area off of Williston, those roads there for repaving, but we put them on hold.
Okay. And we'll be doing a lot of patching. We'll be very, very busy. I mean, these
Yes.
potholes getting larger. Every time there's a failure, the pothole just gets bigger. All right.
do you want me to read that announcement?
No, it was supposed to be first, and I just went right by it. Here it is. Part of my report is supposed to be a hospital update. Just wanted to let you know that we did have a meeting with Bay State, Mrs. Talbot, Dr. Trish.
July 17th.
And they have completed their audit, which they actually announced previously, but they wanted to run it by their finance committee from their board of trustees, which I believe is on August 19th. So for your meeting, which is August 19th, at least an executive summary of that trust audit should be available. As they said when they were here, I do think that is only on the Gilbert Trust.
Well, that's the big ticket. That's the big ticket.
It is the big ticket, yes.
Is there anything further in the document they proposed that they were saying that there were 3 sites that they were targeting? Have we got any further information as to
I think
which site?
they're focusing on one site.
Yeah, I mean, has that been made public?
I think the only hesitancy even is waiting for the distribution or the solution of the Gilbert Trust funds through probate court. and then they would announce their site.
Okay, so that should take place pretty rapidly then.
Depends on the court. Probate and family court is my understanding, in talking to Mr. Napick. Probate and family court, the wheels of justice move slowly, so they're somewhat reluctant to make any kind of an announcement until they get a better inclination of where they stand with regard to the trust fund.
But you said that this would be available the 19th?
Stuart saying the 19th,
The audit.
yes, the audit.
The audit will be
report.
available, but they're waiting for when they have the funds available
Right.
from the trust.
So do you have any,
No, don't know when that's gonna be.
that becomes very frustrating.
It's frustrating, but I think it comes to a matter of trust.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
This is, anything that can be done to expedite that.
I'm on a weekly call with Mr. Napick, and we are
That's in the
scheduled.
hands of the Attorney General.
Whoever we
Right.
can contact, these things can be moved up.
Yeah. And then the only other piece of the hospital news is that demolition work will begin on Monday.
With the exception of the
Yeah, not
Weatherby
to include
building.
the Weatherby building.
With
So-
the exception of the Weatherby building, they
Okay.
plan on boarding that up and just starting demolition on the other buildings on site. All right, is there anything else? If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. It looks like 7:36 maybe.
Okay, second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.